providing at least one day of hope and care, knowing that throughout the rest of this hour, from 5 till 6 p.m., every gift you give has a match component to it. And so as we speak, we have a room full of phone bank operators standing by. The phone number, 989-755-HOPE. That's 989-755-4673. Or you can go online to rescuemidmichigan.org and make your donation. And we're going to, in the next couple of moments, give you a feel for how close we are to the $60,000 goal. But before that, I think it's really, really cool. It's a great encouragement to have standing by our side at Rescue Ministries some of the leaders of this community. And when I think about community leadership, the name of Gary Labadie certainly comes to mind for all that he has done for this community, and specifically at Rescue Ministries. If you were to go to Bay City and visit the Good Samaritan Rescue Mission, on the other side of the parking lot is a facility called the Labadie Lofts, which provides care for those who are kind of in that in-between age in the young adult world, and beautiful apartments in there that have a special program connection to them. And Gary's joining us over the phone right now to kind of take part in our conversation here in the Over the Top Hour. And Gary, right off the bat, we want to say thank you for all that you do for the mission, and welcome you into the Radiothon. How are you, sir?
Well, thank you very much. Yeah, I'm doing fine. Thank you for the opportunity to be on the air with you today.
What is it about Rescue Ministries that has kind of drawn your passion over these years?
Well, I think what has drawn me to the rescue mission over the years is simply the fact that we reach out to animals that need a hot meal. But we also take the message of hope to those people. We take the gospel message to those people.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't beat that conversation. It's one thing to feed people, it's another thing to feed them and then give them hope tomorrow. So we're excited that we can do both of those things through the rescue mission.
I remember being there for the ribbon cutting at the Labadie Lofts in much warmer weather than this. But the smile on your face and on the face of your wife, it was so precious, because to see some concept like that come to reality, I could tell meant a lot to you then. What was it about the Lofts project in particular that was special to you?
Well, the goal of the mission is to give people a place to live until they can get their feet back on the ground and be able to provide for themselves. But that's a process that takes a while. And when people time out of the mission and they get a job and they're ready to get back into the society as it is, we need to help them to be able to afford a place to live. We need to be able to provide some place that's safe, that's affordable, and that's nice. So here we took a building that used to be a Methodist church, and the educational portion of that building was now converted into the loft, and it's just a great place for people to get a fresh start. They can stay there for, I'm not sure exactly what the parameters are, but for a significant amount of time, and until they can get out and get their own house, apartment, or wherever they are. It's just another helping hand, another way to help people to get back to the mainstream.
Yeah, and I don't think we can discount the importance, Gary, of the support because of this project. We are talking about, if this wasn't available for these young adults, where would they be? There really is, unfortunately, in this type of situation, that transitional period, that
There's a gap.
There is, and you have found a way to help fulfill that gap.
Unfortunately, a number of people that end up homeless, when they get out of the shelter, they end up homeless again, and that's not what we want. We don't want people to end up where they started. We want people to end up where they want to be, and having a job, having a place to live. So this is just one more step along with training, counseling, and discipleship of new believers. It's just one more step in helping them to get back to where they really want to be.
So when you, Gary, I have no doubt that you are frequently approached by organizations asking for help in one form or another. We've been telling the story throughout the day that at Rescue Ministries there's a commitment to stewardship of those donated dollars that come in, and I would love it if you wouldn't mind taking a moment just to speak to your degree of confidence that all of the support that comes in, either through the Radiothon or all year long, that people can be confident that it's being used the right way and staying locally and just being stewarded with wisdom by Dan Streeter and the team.
Well, obviously that's one of the things that's really important to me. God has blessed me with financial capabilities, and my duty, because of what God has given me, is to invest it in places where I know it's going to be used and used in a quality way. When we give to the Lord, I consider that gift to the mission, a gift to the kingdom of God, a gift to the Lord's work, because the message of the gospel goes out with every overnight stay, with every meal. And I have a high level of confidence that the money invested in the mission is being used in a quality way, not being wasted. Everything that's being spent is spent with the idea in mind. Let's get our money's worth. Let's make a good investment, and let's invest in a way that's meaningful for people that we serve. I have a high regard for Dan Streeter. My dad had a relationship with his father, Ken, when they started the mission. My dad used to support the mission way back when. And I suppose that's where my interest originally came from. And I have a high level of confidence in Dan. He's a godly person. He's a person that has a heart for the homeless. And I have no worries when I invest in the mission. The money is going to be used for the best way that we can to invest in individual people.
And I will say too, because you talk about the relationship, and so Bill, as we're talking to Gary Labadie, and the Labadie known, certainly well known, this is just a prime example, as much as we are asking listeners to call that Martin Chiropractic Hope line. As we're talking, please call 989-755-HOPE. But it is the business community that steps up. And when you attach a name such as Labadie to Labadie Lofts, you could call it Lofts. But you attach Labadie, and then suddenly that reputation that Labadie has of such trust in the community helps to benefit the Rescue Ministries.
Well, and that's also part of, I don't know if Gary knew this, but part of his assignment with this phone call into the Radiothon is to then pick up the phone and call all of his business colleagues and tell them to match whatever it is he's decided to do here for us today. We'll go over the top. No problem if he does that. So.
Decades, and not recognizing the ways that we can help the community is really the wrong thing. We really need to be willing to put our money where our mouth is and invest in our own community. And let's face it, just to be thankful for the fact that we've made a living in this town. Why wouldn't we reinvest in this town to say thank you to the people? Say thank you for the Lord, to the Lord for blessing us in this way. So it's just one more way of being able to be responsible for what God has entrusted us.
Mm-hmm. Well, Gary, as we kind of wrap up our conversation together, is there a challenge that you'd like to issue? Is there some sort of a match that you'd like to put forth? I'm not trying to put you on the spot. I just want to give you the opportunity if that's what's on your heart. as we sit here right now, our official tote board reading is 43,470, and our goal is 60,000. We anticipate a little bit more coming in, but as we sit here now, that's where we are. So I'll give you those numbers and let you do with that whatever your heart feels prompted to do.
And right now we have someone that's matching dollar for dollar.
We do. Yep.
Well, why don't we do this? Why don't I grab, how big is the match? How much potential is there for the match?
Right now we have about 2,500 left in a match, and then that'll, for the rest of the hour.
Okay, I'd like to put $2,500 out there and take the rest of the match. And so that'll put another 5,000, that'll put it at 48,470. And then we're looking for another 13,000, and then because of that, I'd like to put another 2,500 out there to be matched by other people that call in.
Oh, that's incredible. That's wonderful.
So that gets us 5,000 more in the bank, and it gives us an opportunity to match another 2,500.
Well, I can't say thank you enough. That is awesome. Everybody just got a chance to kind of hear that. So Gary Labadie is ready to match up to $2,500 of your giving. So if you give 30, it becomes 60, and on you can do the math on our projected goal of reaching $60,000, and could not be more thankful for that, Gary. Thank you so much. And aside from that, we just certainly appreciate your partnership and your support of everything that happens at Rescue Ministries. And on behalf of everybody who is served there, very, very grateful. So thank you for that, and have a wonderful Christmas.
Thank you so much. Merry Christmas to you and your team today, and all the best, and the blessings on everyone that's there working. I just wish that the biggest blessing on everybody that's giving back right now.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
wonderful. That's Gary Labadie, ladies and gentlemen, helping us really kickstart this over the top hour with a gift of $2,500 to take care of the remaining match, and then a new match of $2,500. And so you now have the opportunity on our journey towards $60,000. You have a chance now to double your gift. And we have volunteers in the conference room in this final hour ready to take your call right now, 989-755-4673. If you don't want to make a call, you can go online to rescuemidmichigan.org. And however you choose to do it, your gift will be matched thanks to Mr. Labadie. And he's not the last special guest we will have on in this hour, but I think, Charlie, what we probably should do is take a brief break, give me a chance to get my fingers and toes and my abacus out and make sure that we're all in the right spot here counting as we get closer and closer to what we hope is a celebration of going over the top.
I was glad Gary was doing some of that math.
He's quick. He was doing it quick.
We need you to call that Martin Chiropractic Hope line, 989-755-HOPE, 989-755-4673, a fresh $2,500 match from Gary Labadie. Whether it is the phone call you make or the other online opportunity or the Venmo or PayPal, if you go to WSGW.com, you can click on the Radiothon box and find out how to give the other opportunity ways. This is Sharing Hope Radiothon, presented by Bronner's Christmas Wonderland, by Fisher Contracting, by Mercantile Bank. $60,000 goal, where we stand. We'll find out when we come back after our break. And again, encourage you to please call the Martin Chiropractic Hope line, 989-755-HOPE. As we're into our over to the top hour, presented by Shaw Contracting and Kerkau Manufacturing on WSGW.
Took care of all the Christmas shopping.
Okay, I wasn't counting on it going quite that way.
That's okay.
Yes.
So,
I got everyone gift certificates to pay.
putting the Dow Foundation money on.
Has gift certificates?
Yep, and they can be used for anything: detailing, rust proofing, even graphene coating.
Good thinking, honey. Now I can keep those diamond earrings I bought for your mother.
What?
Gotta go.
Finish your Christmas shopping with a gift certificate from Painful, located at 3140 Bay Road in Saginaw. It could be the best.
I have no idea who's calling me and why.
Raven Jonathan, it's a dialer.
Do what you want to do.
Hello.
You have have to plan for it, start by
What's
tuning
that?
to Mindy and Nolan McIntosh of McIntosh and Associates every Sunday at noon. For wealth
Settings.
management with the
Okay,
McIntosh.
settings. Oh, I got to change it over to.
Tune in Sundays at noon for
What am I putting it on?
McIntoshes. Firm offers insurance services. Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered
Line
individuals.
in.
AE Wealth Management, LLC. From sugar cookie crumbs in the kitchen to pine needles
Audio.
on the tree, count on Steel for Christmas cleanup made easy with the SVA20 battery-powered handheld vacuum.
Line in.
$9.99. Power up the holiday and give a gift from the top of their wish list. Visit your local Steel dealer today or shop online at steelusa.com. Was $159.99 MSRP. Includes battery and charger. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
December deals just dropped at Lowe's. Get up to 30% off select major appliances. Plus, take an additional $75 off every $1,000 you spend on select kitchen major appliances from Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Amana, and Maytag. Also, save $20 on a Craftsman VersaStack rolling tool chest. Now just $69.98. Lowe's knows deals. Valid 12/12 through 12/18. Cannot be combined with additional discounts. See Lowe's.com for details and qualifying items while supplies last.
Home ownership. At Progressive, we know it's part of the American dream. It's winds blowing across a fruited plain, and also your new fire pit, which subsequently sets your gazebo ablaze. It's hard-hitting football, and an even harder-hitting price estimate from your general contractor. That's a star-spangled bummer. It's also around-the-clock protection when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, which can help keep the American dream of home ownership alive and kicking. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
There's never any FOMO with the iHeartRadio app. You won't ever have to miss out on your favorite shows and contests with this radio station again. Radio 24/7, 365. We're here when you want us. Stay connected and listen anywhere when you download the free iHeartRadio app.
Hello, everyone. It's your favorite president, Donald J. Trump, here to introduce something really special. You're going to love it. My new Trump watches. It's one of the best watches made. Wear it proudly on your wrist, and everyone will know what it's for, who it represents. Get your Trump watch right now. Go to gettrumpwatches.com. It's Trump time.
That's right. President Trump has released his official Trump watches. But don't wait, because these limited edition watches won't be around for long. Go to gettrumpwatches.com now to get your Trump watch before they're gone. It's an easy URL to remember, gettrumpwatches.com. Don't miss your chance to own a piece of history. Go now to gettrumpwatches.com and get your watch today. See gettrumpwatches.com for details. Trump watches are not intended for investment purposes. Hurry, go now to gettrumpwatches.com.
WSGW at 5:27 on December 12th, 2024. Special broadcast hour of the Sharing Hope Radiothon that's been going on since 5:30 this morning on WSGW, and along with our sister stations here at our AlphaMedia location on Tittabawassee Road in Carlton Township, our radio center fortress. The Sharing Hope Radiothon is presented by Bronner's Christmas Wonderland, by Fisher Contracting, by Mercantile Bank. Got a $60,000 goal to fund 2,000 nights of hope and care for those who are served, those in need at the Rescue Ministries. You call the Martin Chiropractic Hope line right now. You can make a pledge. 989-755-HOPE. Our ask is $30 because that funds a night of hope and care. You can certainly do more, as many of you have, and we appreciate that. But I also tell you that we appreciate if it was $5 or $10. We are into the over-the-top hour presented by Shaw Contracting and Kerkau Manufacturing. Before the break, Bill Hobson, we had a special conversation with Gary Labadie. You referenced how Labadie has been a big part of the Rescue Ministries for many years, including with the sponsorship of the Labadie Lofts. Gary Labadie, in his generous ways, said, I first of all want to take care of the match that you had on the table.
Yeah.
Which was $2,500. And he said, and since that match is no longer on the table, I'll put up a new match of $2,500. And where do we stand now as we're trying to get to that over-the-top $60,000 goal?
Yeah, I wish I could do math as quickly as Gary did on the fly. But very, very thankful for his offer for that match. And since then, a couple of gifts have come in, one for 500, one for 200. So, a portion of that 2,500 has already been matched, and there's more room to go. Also, another just strong business community partnership exists between the Rescue Ministries and Dow, and the Dow Foundation has contributed $5,000.
Wow.
So we are now, as we sit here at 528, we are at 54,470, and the phones are ringing, and we would love for that to continue happening, for one of you, two of you, three of you, 10 of you out there to be in the mix for putting us over the top. I would love to have your phone call be the one. By the way, you don't get any special certificate. There's no ribbons that are handed out. And your call is just as important as the one right before you and the one right after you. Because one of I think the key points to make in all of this is that every call helps somebody. Every single call. We've had gifts today of $10. We've had gifts today of $5,000. Everyone helps somebody. And one of the, I think, key points that we've made a few times throughout this broadcast day is that with Rescue Ministries of Mid-Michigan, 100% of your gift stays right here. It does not get siphoned off or divided up to go to some mothership in another state. Not that that's the worst thing in the world, but here it all stays locally. Very proud about that because it means that you can come to the rescue mission and see how your gift is used. In fact, I would love to extend that invitation. If you've never been on a tour in Saginaw or at the Good Samaritan Rescue Mission in Bay City, come take a tour. Better yet, if your gift today is helping buy a meal, come help serve the meal. You want to help take care of a lunch? Come on in and serve the lunch. Join our team, the missions team, and be part of that hands-on bit of ministry. That's the commitment to openness and transparency that Rescue Ministries has exhibited for so long. That's why they're a 4-star Charity Navigator rated nonprofit organization. And that's why they have the highest degree of confidence from this community, because the reputation of financial integrity is and has been in place for over a century. That's part of the commitment. That's part of the faith-based side of this. We want to be godly stewards of every dime that is donated. So if you're going to pick up the phone right now, we have folks standing by down the hallway in the call center, 989-755-HOPE, 989-755-4673. And we are at 54,470 with 29 minutes left in the Radiothon.
When we talked with Gary Labadie, he made the point, and again, as much as we are so thankful for our individual listeners who make those donations, he made the point of how important it is for the business community that lives here, works here, employs people here to step up. And we do have businesses that have done that throughout the entire day.
Yes. Yeah. In fact, let me just say thank you. Our title sponsors, our presenting sponsors, you've read a handful of times: Bronner, Charitable Foundation, Fisher Contracting. You can tell I'm getting tired. Mercantile Bank. But along the way, throughout the day, we've had different hourly sponsors. Our phone bank sponsor, Martin Chiropractic, our digital sponsor, the Dick Williams Gun Shop. And then throughout the day, our kind of matching challenge presenting sponsors, My Smile Journey Orthodontics, Applied Innovation, Assured Partners, so the Saginaw Bay Underwriters, Winford Engineering, Cope's Automation Systems, and then this 5 o'clock hour, our over-the-top hour, Shaw Contracting, Kerkau Manufacturing, the Dow Foundation, and then one anonymous donor have all helped present this final hour. And the support of the business community accounts for roughly 50% of today's Radiothon giving. And we couldn't say thank you enough. Individuals are vital, but so are the businesses.
Sharing Hope Radiothon. We're now down to 27 minutes trying to achieve that goal of $60,000.
We just got $1,000 closer in the last 10 seconds.
Wow.
55,470.
Please keep on calling, and we will take a break and come back. More special guests in studio to talk to coming up on WSGW. The Martin Chiropractic Hope line, 989-755-HOPE. If you go to the WSGW.com online site, there's a Radiothon box. We've had many donations using the online opportunity. Venmo, PayPal, whatever your donation, however you make it, it goes to the Sharing Hope Radiothon and the Rescue Ministries of Mid-Michigan. We'll be right back.
Thinking of upgrading your ride this holiday season, but not sure if you can fit it in the budget or if you'll get approved? Well, come on down to AutoBrite in Saginaw and choose from our giant lot of quality used vehicles at amazing prices. And everyone gets approved. Family owned for nearly 40 years, AutoBrite is the #1 rated independent dealer in Michigan and will get you into a car today without checking your credit or income. So stop into AutoBrite this Christmas, located at 500 State Street in Saginaw, or visit us online at autobritecars.com.
Welcome to retirement. Now, replace your paycheck. To local financial coach Kevin Ray, this is what retirement planning is all about.
Building monthly paychecks. And how you build those monthly paychecks is going to determine how well in retirement you're going to enjoy it. So sit down and build a good framework, and it starts with income.
So build your framework with Kevin and the team at Insight Folios today by calling 888-885-PLAN. That's 888-885-7526.
RocketGrabPlus.com. Our 12 deals of Christmas are going on right now. Escape the cold and dive into savings at 2 local Frankenmuth museums. Honor, respect, and remember those who have served at the Michigan Heroes Museum. Then preserve, communicate, and celebrate local history at the Frankenmuth Historical Museum. This epic deal will provide you with half off a 1-year family membership to both museums. That's 2 for the price of 1. Head over to RocketGrabPlus.com to claim yours today before it's too late.
RocketGrabPlus.com. If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down, get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
This year, American farmers will harvest 2.8 billion bushels of wheat and 15.1 billion bushels of corn. And to this day, American road workers have built 4.2 million miles of roads and counting. We're proud that John Deere machines rolling off the line here in the USA play a part in supporting Americans who work the land and build a better tomorrow. Nothing runs like a Deere. Learn more at johndeere.com/manufacturing.
Time now 5:37 on WSGW, 23 minutes and counting down to 6 o'clock, which will wrap up the Sharing Hope Radiothon on WSGW and all our AlphaMedia stations, benefiting the Rescue Ministries of Mid-Michigan. Our presenting sponsors of Bronner's Christmas Wonderland, Fisher Contracting, Mercantile Bank, asking you to call that Martin Chiropractic Hope line, 989-755-HOPE. We appreciate all of the support, including the Shaw Contracting and Kerkau Manufacturing over-the-top hours that are presenting this over-the-top hour. The $2,500 match put up by Gary Labadie, Dow Foundation getting involved too, and it just continues to be put toward that goal of $60,000 that we have as we continue to count down to Bill Hobson. I don't know if you have another total that you have for us. I know that you at least have a special guest in studio for us.
Let's introduce our guests while they're figuring up some totals. My screen is moving around with numbers quite a bit. Talk about support of the business community and a legacy story that's been told of the last few years on this Radiothon comes from the Marks family. And I love the introduction of the Marks sisters, not to be confused with the Marks brothers, Christine and Annie. And we've been joined by Dad here for the last few years. And first things first, how's the family?
So Dad, he still doesn't have his voice totally back. He's going to therapy to try to get his voice back. And they're doing okay.
Yeah. Tom Marks is who we're referring to, for those of you not clear on that. And such a cool story of his involvement over the years at the Rescue Ministries. It started with a pair of boots, if I remember correctly.
That's
Can
correct.
one of you kind of fill in the blanks on what got Dad started?
Sure. He thinks of shoes as your foundation. It's like having a good house. You need to have good shoes to be confident and to get a good job. You need to have a nice pair of shoes. So he bought boots for the men at the rescue mission. And I don't recall, he started out with just, I don't know, maybe 9 people. And then it progressed to all the men in the mission at one point.
Yeah. Yeah. I think he said to the men's director, Jeff, after that first year of taking care of one man, I think he said, you know what? Bring every guy that needs a pair of work boots. And he would, like the good ones, like the Red Wing boots, I believe is what they would go and get. And, for you to see your dad's commitment to serving people in need that way, I don't know, just make you proud of Dad when you kind of caught wind of that story?
So this is Annie. My dad's an amazing man. He's a great mentor. He's mentored a lot of the contractors in the area. Our competition, by the way. He's just a really good guy. So, and when he was raised, he didn't have a lot of money, and shoes were something that was in short demand, or they didn't have them.
Yeah.
High demand for their house, but not available.
Short supply. Yeah.
Yeah, short supply. So he told, when the rescue mission gave him an award, he told a story of how he used Mother's Oats box to get their silverware, and they used to come with silverware and plates and stuff in the box. And then when they ate all the oats, they filled the box with ashes and burned the box. And then other times they would take the box in the winter and trace their shoe, and then put it inside the shoe for extra cushion in their shoes.
So imagine that, because people, they have known the name over the years and the success, Champaign and Marks, but yet that story just shows that at one time behind that success was somebody who had experiences such as what you might hear what goes on at the Rescue Ministries.
Yeah. And I'm curious, as the two of you grew up hearing some of those stories, did it click in for you, like how thoughtful your dad was because of his experience as a young boy growing up without anything?
Well, he always wanted to go over the top like we are today here.
Yeah, right.
And Mom kind of kept him leveled out as far as, he'd want to buy these extravagant Christmas gifts, and she had to shut him down sometimes. Sometimes.
Yeah. So as he's trying to get his voice back, in my family, if I lose my voice, some people consider it a blessing, to have the silence. Is that the case with the Marks family?
No.
No.
So he had a problem with his esophagus, and that caused a lot of acid reflux that took his voice away. So we're not sure how much of that voice he'll get back. So some days are better than others.
Well, the good news is he's still with us.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
You both remember. So for the benefit, this is kind of an annual tradition, Charlie, and it always comes back on me. I don't even remember how many years ago, but it was several years ago. And we were doing this 5 o'clock over the top hour. I think sitting in your chair was Dave Maurer, and we were leading into the introduction of Mr. Marks and in a gift. And I said, make a gift in memory of Tom Marks. And one of you called, and you were not very happy with me and said, why are you saying in memory of? How about in honor of? He's sitting right here, kind of a thing. So ever since then, whenever I see anybody in the family, they usually remind me of the radio malpractice that I committed on that day several years ago. So we're glad he's still with us.
Yes, my phone was ringing off the hook that day.
What
My
happened?
husband and I, I can't believe you didn't tell me. I'm like, tell you what.
Okay, so whenever we've had the chance to have your dad in here, your dad and mom, they have kind of, in their own graceful way, kind of put the pressure on the business community to step up and kind of match what they're doing as we kind of go over the top. So what do you need people to match today? What is the Marks family doing as part of this Radiothon today?
Well, we want the business community to get out their wallets and call in and give to the Rescue Ministries. It's a very good cause. And like you said, there's people that really need this, and it's a blessing for them to have this. And it's a blessing for Saginaw Bay City, Midland, to have such a place like this.
Yeah.
And my dad's favorite saying was, okay, I know you're all driving home, but just lean over carefully, get off your wallet, call, get your credit card out, and donate today, because we are so blessed to have something like this in our community.
Well said. 989-755-HOPE is that number, 989-755-4673. It says on my screen, before I say it out loud, is that accurate for the Marks name?
Yes.
So they have committed a gift of $2,500.
Wow.
And that will be used as a match here. And that puts us, folks, at $56,100. So if you listen carefully to the instructions of Tom Marks and the Marks sisters, you know that your assignment is, in these last 15 minutes of the Radiothon, to help us go over the top with a gift that will be matched, partially by the kind donation made by Gary Labadie, and the rest of it matched by the Marks family. And we could not say thank you enough for the generosity over the years. And in the case of what your dad has done for the men at the mission, it's a personalized generosity. It means a lot to say to somebody, I'm going to take care of your, as you said, your foundation on your feet, and do it in such a way that, you know, equips them for perhaps a job, perhaps just for warmth and comfort in walking. And so thank you for kind of carrying on the tradition that Dad has started and coming in today. We really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you for having us. I do want to say that when he started this, there wasn't women at the rescue mission. So he wasn't just singling out men only. Yeah. And I guess through the years, some of the women had said they'd like shoes too.
You know what? I have no doubt that he would also take care of them as well.
He did.
So yeah, that's really good. Ladies, thank you so much. Have a wonderful Christmas, and thank you for kind of helping us get moving in that direction of going over the top.
You're welcome. Thank you. And everybody, pick up your phone. Venmo, you have many ways.
We've got all kinds of ways. Charlie, run down the list.
I'll do it right now. If you're going to pick up the phone, the Martin Chiropractic Hope line, 989-755-HOPE. And again, with that fresh $2,500 match that the Marks family has just talked about. Online, Venmo, PayPal. We have online instructions. If you go to WSGW.com, there's a Radiothon box. Click on that. And it also includes QR codes, too, to make it very easy. And you can make your donations in the last, now 13 minutes, because we're at 5:47 on WSGW. We only go till 6 o'clock. We're getting close to going over the top. That's what this hour is all about. We'll take a break and come back with more and find out how much more we need to do. Thank you for doing what you've done so far, and we'll continue.
Had your family's eyes checked lately? Most insurances end at the end of the year, so if you don't use it, you lose it. Now's the time to get that annual exam you've been putting off. Having school-aged children's eyes checked can help treat possible issues with schoolwork and prevent other eye-related diseases. To make an appointment with Dr. Cox, Dr. Kazmarek, or Dr. Engel at their Saginaw or Hemlock locations, call 792-8686. Associates in Eye Care, caring for our patients as we would want to be treated.
It could be the best years of your life. In retirement, you'll finally get to do what you want to do, but you have to plan for it. Start by tuning into Mindy and Nolan McIntosh of McIntosh and Associates every Sunday at noon for Wealth Michigan with the McIntoshes. Make retirement the best time of your life. Tune in Sundays at noon for Wealth Michigan with the McIntoshes. Firm offers insurance services. Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through AE Wealth Management, LLC.
Michigan's winter forecast is snow, snow, and more snow. And for a little variety, ice. Since that means slippery roads, stay safe by following these driving tips. Don't use cruise control on ice and snow. Use turn signals sooner to give others more time to react. Keep your car's fluids, tires, and wipers well maintained. And most important of all, drive slow on ice and snow. Sponsored by the Michigan Office of Highway Safety Planning and the Michigan Association of Broadcasters.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check your sunroof is closed first before driving through the car wash.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, no. Wait, whoa.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Terms apply. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Fuel up and save at Forward Shell, your local family-owned Michigan destination for big rewards since 1925. With Shell Fuel Rewards, every visit means you save more at the pump. Right now, buy any 2 Rainstorm energy drinks and save 25 cents off per gallon. Or buy any 2 1-liter bottles of Fiji water and save 10 cents off per gallon. Stop by Forward Shell, where every fill-up fuels your savings and keeps you coming back for more.
Ten minutes left in the Sharing Hope Radiothon on WSGW and our AlphaMedia stations. This December 12th, 2024. Charlie Root in studio with Bill Hobson, and we appreciate the special guests that have been joining us this hour. There's a lot of stuff that's happening here in studio, both on and off the air as we're getting down to the final moments. Bill Hobson, 989-755-HOPE, the Martin Chiropractic Hope line, as we're trying to go over the top of $60,000. We are mighty close. The Sharing Hope Radiothon is presented by Bronner's Christmas Wonderland, by Fisher Contracting, by Mercantile Bank. This over-the-top hour presented by Shaw Contracting, by Kerkau Manufacturing. 2 separate $2,500 matching gifts from Labadie, from Mark's family. Bill, we are blessed, and the blessings, I think we need to take just a moment as a reminder, all go to the Rescue Ministries of Mid-Michigan. There are many people who are in need, and these people that are in need that are served by the Rescue Ministries will get the help they need with the shelter, the food, the clothing, the guidance, the counseling.
Yeah, and if you're joining us now for the first time all day, we're glad you're with us. We have about 8 minutes left in this radiothon. And since 5:30 this morning, we've been telling and sharing the stories in audio form of different folks of all different backgrounds, everybody with their own unique story. We've been sharing the stories of how their lives have been impacted by coming to Rescue Ministries of Mid-Michigan, both in Saginaw and in Bay City at the Good Samaritan Rescue Mission. And the reason that we set out this arbitrary goal of $60,000, I guess, is because it's a nice round number, because it provides 2,000 days of hope and care, but it also represents individual people with real hearts and real stories and real pain and real journeys that took some turns and twists that they never really saw coming. There's a gentleman named Shane whose story we have played throughout the day on all of the AlphaMedia station. Shane has a bachelor's degree. He's a technology and IT expert. And his job disappeared. He just went into work one day and there was no job. They closed. And he found himself without an income and ended up needing a place to go. We also shared the story of a family of 9, mom and dad together with 7 kids. came to the rescue mission. And earlier this afternoon, all 9 of them got to put their own key in their own front door of their own place. And that place was possible because they came through the Impact Designs program at Rescue Ministries. And then they walked into a place that was fully furnished, and it was a home instead of an empty space. We've shared the stories of a lady who was struggling with mental health, and she came to the mission.
Lisa.
And they helped her find the help that she needed. As we sit here today, she has this dream of being a social worker and giving back the kind of help that she received. And I can go through the whole list of stories that you've heard and many that you haven't heard, because the entire point is these are real people. This is life and death stuff. Yes, it's cold out. Nobody needs to be sleeping in their car. Nobody needs to be in an abandoned house. Nobody has to be under an overpass because there's a place called Rescue Ministries of Mid-Michigan. There's a reason why on the local news stations here in this part of the world, you don't see homeless encampments that are overflowing in the downtown areas and sidewalks sadly filled full of people. Because here there's a place for them to go. And around 215 to 225 people tonight will be sleeping in the mission in Saginaw and in Bay City. All of them will be given a hot meal, a carefully prepared hot meal. All of them will be invited into a level of rebuilding, of hope, of guidance, of counseling at a place called Rescue Ministries. And you all are helping that ministry today. So we've got 5 minutes left. We have to get to a break. We're going to come back and give you the grand total. We sit here right now at $56,550. We're very close to our goal. And as we take this final break, my hope is that those phones will go crazy down the hallway. And by the time we come back, we'll be ready to celebrate with all of you as we wind down this Sharing Hope Radiothon.
Make those calls as we take that break, please. 989-755-HOPE, 989-755-HOPE. We'll wrap up the Rescue Ministries Radiothon of 2024 next.
This holiday season, we invite you to join our AlphaMedia family of stations along with Covenant Kids and Impact Saginaw Credit Unions every Wednesday now through December 18th at 6 p.m. as we brighten up the holidays for the kids that are hospitalized at Covenant Healthcare in Saginaw. At 6 p.m., we'll shine our lights for 2 minutes toward the windows where the kids are hospitalized. The first 100 to join us get free flashlights to shine from Impact Saginaw Credit Unions. Local first responders will all be there shining the lights from their vehicles too. Plus, you'll enjoy the live entertainment from local choirs and schools, treats from Cops and Donuts, and hot chocolate provided by Covenant as you arrive around 5:45.
There'll be plenty of cookies.
And with your help, each child will receive a toy as you donate new unwrapped toys at participating Impact Saginaw Credit Union locations. Help bring the lights before Christmas for a Covenant kid this holiday season.
Happy holidays.
Broadcasting from the Stormmaster Exterior Studios, WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, WSGW FM, Carlton.
Time is 5:57. This is WSGW. It's December 12th, 2024. The Sharing Hope Radiothon, presented by Bronner's Christmas Wonderland, by Fisher Contracting, by Mercantile Bank. Broadcasting all day with the help of many businesses and with you, our loyal family of listeners, making it possible to achieve a $60,000 goal, to fund 2,000 nights of hope and care with the Rescue Ministries. Let's find out
as we're ready to wrap things up, as we approach the 6 o'clock hour, we have a room full of Rescue Ministry volunteers. Bill Hobson, where are we just before 6 o'clock?
Charlie, every year, this AlphaMedia audience, especially the WSGW audience, blows our minds, our expectations, our projections, and all of those things out of the water. As we sit here with about a minute and a half left in the Radiothon, the phones are still ringing down the hallway. So the number I'm going to give you probably won't be the final number. Before I do, I want to say thank you, Charlie, to you. You've been here since about 2 this morning. Got to be a little exhausted by now. And to everybody who represents AlphaMedia, starting with the boss, Mark Thomas, who has been gracious enough to donate this airtime for now 19 years. The mission does not pay for this day. And we my goodness, what we pay receive today across all the stations. We come to you at the close of this Radiothon, grateful, touched, moved, at a total of $66,550. All right, $66,550. And we want to share a song. I have assembled the choir. We've been rehearsing tirelessly on this song. It's called "We Wish You a Merry Christmas." Perhaps you've heard it. Are you ready, choir? Here we go. Yep. We wish
you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
We
wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Very nice. How about that? We probably should sell some CDs of this too.
I like that thought.
Yeah. So thankful, so grateful. $66,550 as we talk right now. And my guess is that'll go up a little bit as calls continue pouring in. Charlie, thank you for your tireless work today. And thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful Christmas. And I meant it when I said it. If you would like to come and see how your donations are being put to use, come take a tour of the mission. You are invited. We cannot wait to meet you in person. And thank you for being a part of helping your neighbors in need.
The Sharing Help Radiothon on WSGW and all AlphaMedia stations for 2024. Thank you, and God bless you. It's 6 o'clock.
39 people and commuted the sentences of 1,500 others, the most in a single day by any president in modern American history.
White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre describes the action as a milestone.
The president has issued more sentence commutations at this point in his presidency than any of his recent predecessors.
Jean-Pierre says the list includes people released from prison and placed on home confinement during COVID, committed nonviolent crimes, and turned their lives around.
A decorated military veteran, a nurse who has led response for a number of natural disasters.
More pardons are expected. Linda Kenyon, CBS News, the White House.
Administration officials are now in the Middle East for talks on Syria and a ceasefire in Gaza. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan is in Israel, where he says a deal on ending the fighting in Gaza could be very near.
I believe that every day brings increasing risk, which is why there's such urgency to try to get this deal.
The Biden administration is working to bring home an American citizen sprung from a prison in Syria after the Assad regime fell. Travis Timmerman is from Missouri. CBS's Ian Lee has his story.
He said he'd spent the last 7 months in one of the country's notorious prisons.
It wasn't bad. I was never beaten. The only really bad part was that I couldn't go to the bathroom when I wanted to.
Timmerman says he was detained after entering